Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play, whatever this game's called, Final Fantasy IX on the Mysterious JG. We have to go visit with the Nero brothers in Lindblum, I guess, to start a quest going. And not Medane, sorry. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to, I mean, this guide just calls it the Nero brothers quest, but I don't know that it has an official name, but basically we're forbidden from telling the King of Lindblum what's going on by story. So we can fly this like super death vehicle back here, but nobody makes anything of it. Gets so busy once ships arrive. Like, I'm just curious, like, if we go talk to the king, what happens? Probably nothing. What's your deal? There's guards here fool around sometimes, have to watch over them closely. Okay. We're probably just not allowed to talk to the king, actually. Okay. You're not permitted to enter the royal chamber. Yeah, that's it. We just don't get to talk to him. Like, hey, get out of there. That's the lower part of the royal chamber. Get out of there, too. Alright, well, that's not that exciting, is it? Okay, well, let's head for the Tantalus hideout, which I think was in the theater district, because they're a bunch of drama kids. This is, like, not even me joking around. Like, we know that the freaking Zidane and his buddies are drama kids. This is not the right place to go. Theater district. So there's no point entering by land instead of airship because we always have to go back to... They're gone! They're gone! Where'd they go? Where's Sin and Marcus? Let's go look. Yeah. So it's a little scene that we get to see before getting going on the next bit of story. Alright, that's really all there was to it. So this is probably going to be the most annoying quest ever because, oh, I don't actually want to talk to you. I just, need to enter this thing directly. Board the bridge, board, and go to the world map. There you go. So I think we need to head for the Aoife tree because that's... Pretty sure that's what the story's got going on right now. And now we're actually getting into plot. So let's slow it down and give this the epic scope it deserves by not zipping around turbo mode. We're heading to a huge plot confrontation. Oh shit, I didn't bother to set up my party with any particular plan in mind. So I guess I should think about who I want in my party and how I want them to be equipped. We got a boss battle coming up where there's no experience to be gained, so we can afford to... Although I think for almost everybody, they've... In my off-screening with turbo mode, I was kind of like, you know, as people leveled up, I would switch them over to stuff where they could get levels. Or rather, get skills. And almost everybody has learned all of their skills. But we're not getting any experience in this next fight, so... Well, her attack doesn't matter at all. We'll have you use Excalibur. Armstrong's Avenger Claws. Just making sure that there's nothing you should be using to level up. So I don't think we'll go out of our way to What? Like, we've got steel with Zidane, that's enough. I'm not going to worry too much about getting really good against the elemental specialties of the next couple of fights here. So I guess Kuja is releasing an army of monsters? Yeah, I guess that's what he's doing. Didn't he have some kind of crazy dragon? I think he did. They're coming. Huh. Oh, this is Lindblum's there? Okay, never mind. We made this point about how we weren't going to tell Sid, but he's going to show up anyway, because he knows. Oh, no, never mind. This is the army of the Air Force of Scotland. They had a St. Andrew's Cross. Never mind. I guess this is different countries, all doing battle here. All ships clear a path for Invincible. Sorry, I was trying to remember how he talked. He's the king. But he was also an Oglop, and now he's not, so he's like, all ships clear a path for Invincible. Can't let you guys steal the show by yourselves. You could. Huh? Uncle said, but we, for some reason that never made that much sense, decided not to tell you. Why? How did he know to show up here? Probably because of Buck. He loves big showdowns. Come on, Poppy, time for showdown. Now, let's lose the dragons. Alright, so we're going to lose the dragons. Because Kuja has access to hundreds of dragons. I mean, this is exciting, but it's kind of... I don't know what the fuck's going on. General Beatrix, our ship is going to burst! Oh, it's our ship now. When it's in trouble, it's my ship, but never mind. Do not fret. Your captain is about to enter Valhalla. What? You are a Pluto Knight. Now act like one. But we're losers. That's kind of our gimmick. We all know you came along because you were worried sick about Captain Steiner. What? No, I'm trying to save the world. What the fuck? Did you say something? Red Rose, could it be Beatrix? Well, I mean, it's not the queen. She's dead. And, well, I mean, long live the queen. Dagger's the new queen, I guess. Quite a woman you fell in love with. What the fuck? Like, that got mentioned once? And like, well, how come everyone knows about that now? You want to talk? You are also in love. which is, I guess, embarrassing. Wait a minute, Steiner. What did you mean by that? All right, let's burst through. Bust through. I guess this is all zany and hilarious, right? Sure it is. What is he, like, gathering a, like, super spell to destroy the world? Like, what is that? I guess only our ship is powerful enough to penetrate. Oh, and now we got a little boss fight with the white stripes. Yeah, we're doing battle with the white stripes. So is this the dragon he's been flying around? Doesn't look the same, but he did have his own... No, he did have his own dragon he was flying around for a long time. Oh, I'm a shockwave! Let's try to blind this thing. Still a remedy? Cast Doom on the enemy. Nah, we don't care. Let's just keep stealing with Zidane, I guess. Got Psychokinesis. It is blinded, though. Couldn't steal anything. Title? What? Yeah, we're kind of like against anything other than like Ozma and maybe one or two other super boss type things. Like with super. Oh, we've all got. Oh, none of us do. Never mind. It's flashing because of regen. Or yeah, somebody I just thought got aura. I guess we'll cast auto life on everyone. But yeah, with really high stats and haste affects how often regen goes off. So everyone has auto haste and everyone has auto regen, which means again this like some games are different from others, but in this game that gives you ridiculous like regen is really good in this particular game, and we're getting lots of hit points per tick because of everyone's high strength stat. And we're getting lots of ticks because of haste and high agility stats. So this poor creature, we can't steal anything, but it can't really hurt us at all, it seems like. Psychokinesis. I think it has a counter attack ability, which is the only thing blind is helping with. Or maybe not. Auto life and regen. He looks really weird, like a big naked purple monster man when he's in his trance mode. So yeah, I think this is going to be a whole battle of us fighting this boss because we have to steal. It would have been nice if we had slow, but that would involve bringing Vivi, which I didn't think to do. We're going to completely waste his Dyne too by failed attempts to steal. It just hates Dagger. It just really wants to pyro... rather psychokinesis her to death. The break skills that Steiner is given, it's an interesting idea, but they never seem to work. I like the Final Fantasy X2 version where almost nothing was immune to magic down and attack down, but it stacked. Like you had to do it several times to get a really significant impact. Looks like its magic did go down though. I was just talking about how it never works and it worked. 1620, immediately 300 of that is healed. Now 600 is healed. Now 900 is healed. Now 1200 is healed. Now it's pretty much all healed. 1500. What's this thing have? And is it even worth the effort that we're going to steal it? Stole a dragon wrist. Okay. It also has grand armor, which I didn't notice if we stole that yet. But grand armor is a super rare steal. I also think it might be extremely limited quantities so you can get it in the game. Oh, you know what? We probably don't have his fabulous steel power equipped, because I probably took it off because we weren't stealing anything when I was grinding off screen. Yeah, boy. Well, that's a fancy new attack. Yeah, making this annoying now because of because I probably don't have my best stealing stuff equipped. But he's all tranced up now. Yeah, everyone's trance meters are filling really fast because this thing is doing all these, like, hit all attacks. Yeah, I think I messed this up by just not having the right shit equipped on Dagger for skills. I mean, Zidane for skills. But since they're basically immortal, let's just not even worry about not using speed up. Wow. Zidane has tranced again. This thing is throwing out a lot of really high magic damage. It's just that with haste and regen, like, we recover from everything. This is kind of the build that you have in endgame of, like, Atelier Rizza 1, and I guess it's the one I need to get going in Atelier Rizza 2 if we're going to beat the super bosses. It's like, defense is good and all, but you've also got, like, a really high impact regen effect going. So Zidane's had like limit break twice in this fight, and it's just used it with failed steal attempts because I did not equip his stuff that gives him a high chance of stealing high-end gear. And I think if we get to the end of this video and we still haven't stolen it, I think I'm keeping this video and just stealing from it off screen. But I'm keeping it so you guys can see. It's ridiculous. Even sped up. This is what's ridiculous about the way thievery works in this game. Because they give you items. You're only going to get them by stealing from non-repeating boss characters. Zidane is tranced again. Couldn't steal anything. Now what'll happen is if I switch over to, like, playing this while listening to a podcast or something, like, as soon as that starts, I'll I'll steal from him easily. Once I've got something to do while trying to steal, it really seems like recording lowers the success rate of steal. But auto regen and auto haste as a combo are so freaking broken in this game. I did see that it's supposed to have a counter ability. I guess that's the only thing that's impacted by blind, because it's just not doing physical attacks. It's doing, you know, not physical attacks. Okay, he's stolen. I didn't even notice there. That's another thing that's happening. Hell of a video we're having here. And he's tranced again. It's a similar mechanic in Lost Odyssey, which drove me nuts. Like, you could steal, like, you grinded items, and, like, large quantities of items that had to be stolen or gotten with a bribe command were needed to add. Like, you could get weapons that would, like, have a chance to steal an item, and then you could get stuff that, like, equipment that would improve your steal chance with the goofy comic relief wizard guy who was also the one who could steal items. But like the item that you used to increase the chance of stealing rare items was a rare item that you got by stealing. It's like this whole nonsense building on itself. Like if you really wanted to get all the items in the game, you're going to be doing ridiculous amounts of stealing. Whereas in this game, you really don't need to worry about stealing at all, except, you know, you're not grinding to get enemies that have rare drops. It's always these boss fights where it's like 100 freaking attempts to steal before it's actually going to be successful. And there's a sunk cost fallacy now. Like 3 discs worth of stealing from all the bosses. I don't want to suddenly stop on disc 4. I'm definitely going to try, at least, to steal from Ozma a couple of times. Even though, in theory, that's a good one to just let it go. I think I accidentally attacked instead of stealing there. See, I must have just missed Zidane stealing, because he hasn't moved for a second. Be watching his meter more than anything else, rather than trying to watch whether he hops across the room. Steal. Pretty dramatic fight, huh? Feel like we're in a lot of danger. He's doing good damage. Like, it's not that we've got gear and levels where he can't inflict damage. It's just that our auto recover is like crazy. If he doesn't one-shot you, he's going to lose all progress before the next turn. And for some reason, Amaranth is the one who's seems to be the closest getting taken down. I think Robe of Lords greatly reduces magic damage, and that's what Dagger's got equipped. So, she's got the fewest hit points at max, but, like, she's got a combination. She can heal really fast, and this thing can't really hurt her anyway, whereas poor Amaranth has to make do with, like, everything this thing tries on me I can instantly heal from. I wonder when I last saved the game. Because I am starting to think that this is heading towards load the game and then off-screen come back and remember to make sure that Zidane's got his Master Thief stuff equipped. Because if he already does and this is still happening, then I don't know what the fuck to do. Could bring Vivi and have him cast slow, but I mean that's just going to keep wearing off and requiring more magic. I'm wondering if it's even possible to steal the rare items without, because it's not like you can only steal one item, and stealing doesn't work that way in this game. It's carrying a certain number of items, and you're more likely to get the common than the rare steal, but you get to keep stealing until you've stolen everything. So I think there are ones that, like the Master Thief ability, I think increases the chances that you get the rare steal. But even if that chance is stuck at like 1%, you get to keep trying. There's not like only the common steal will appear unless you have this skill equipped, because you can steal the common and uncommon and rare and super rare in every fight. So I guess it's time to call it a video now. Zidane got tranced and untranced like 100 friggin' times here. Yeah, I think we've hit the point where this is getting ridiculous. All right, I'm going to call it a video. When we come back next time, I think what I'm going to have to do is it getting ready to rain outside? You know, it'd be nice and cool out, comparatively speaking, for me to take a walk. But if it's going to rain... Anyway, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is quit out, get back to the menu, make sure that I've got Zidane's stuff that makes stealing easier equipped, and just redo this off screen. And when you come back, we'll be in the middle of the fight. We haven't stolen all the shit, because this is ridiculous. And I know sunk cost fallacy in that, but like I don't want to, like, we've been stealing all the shit from the bosses. With the speed up mode, it hasn't been too bad, so I kind of don't want to stop now. What we're stealing is the Grand Armor, which is, other than the Tin Armor, which you can only get through synthesis, it is... Hold on one second. It is the... So, because we're not getting the Tin Armor, because I don't want to use that unique hammer item, which can appear in the ending, it is the best item in the game, or the best armor in the game for Freya and Steiner. As a matter of fact, because it has a special ability that halves shadow damage and boosts strength by 1, it's probably really better than the Tin Armor anyway, because the Tin Armor is 32. It's like 32 defense and 27 magic. Or 62 defense, 27 magic defense. Actually, no. Okay. Most of Freya and Steiner's armors have 0 magic defense. It just adds raw, like, physical defense. But the Tin Armor adds... Like, the Diamond Armor is the best... Or, sorry, the Shield Armor is the best magic defense armor that either of them have normally. And it has a magic defense of 5. And 0 magic evade. Tin Armor has magic defense of 27 and magic evade 17. So it actually is way good. It's better than the Robe of Lords. Yeah, it makes Steiner kind of unkillable, it looks like. But we're not going to get it. So the Grand Armor, which is what we're trying to steal from this thing, is then the best armor in the game. So Mithril Sword... Now my question is, like, if I really just decided I didn't want to bother with this shit, its name is red in red text. What does red text mean? Colored in red. Okay. Section covers the different items found throughout the game. Note that missable items, as well as synth recipes, the items used in an item's ability are colored in red. Synth items. Items in order to indicate that they are not technically missable. Blah, blah, blah. Specific items retaining items are marked in red if the item is missable. This is kind of a curious case here. It says... I'm just like, if I gave up on this nonsense now... I synthesize this with... And I can synthesize it without finding the Super Smith. I can just synthesize it in in the Black Magic Village. Black Mage Village, excuse me. But we need the Mithril Sword and Mithril Armor. So the Mithril Sword... Oh, Mithril Sword we might not have enough of. It depends. It's no longer available. So if I saved a bunch of them, we're fine. And then Mithril Armor... we can still buy. Okay. So I'm actually being silly and stubborn here because we can synthesize this thing that we're stealing from this guy. So I'm in fact actually being just kind of stubborn. But we've stolen from all the other bosses, and this guy doesn't get to be an exception. So when we come back next time, we will have stolen that item and get on with our lives. Which we probably should have called this a video 5 minutes ago at this point. But it is what it is, and what it is continuing next time. Bye-bye.